Hey all and welcome back for another rousing round of HellfireComms Patreon TV comms. Today we're returning to Cooking Master Boy to check out episode 6 to 8. Huzzah! I can count. Huzzah for the shopkeep. Huzzah. I've got Volk with me once again, and this is a bit of an arc. Yes indeed. And it's apparently all about dumplings, and we were specifically requested to cover this basically back to back, so you get the whole arc in one video. Are you ready for some dumpling hype, Volk?
I am ready for the Saiyan saga of cooking anime.
I don't get it, but I am high on Halloween candy, post-Halloween candy right now, so let's get on with the job. Everything you'll need to basically sync our commentary to your videos, which we can't provide, copyright, yada yada yada, can be found in the video description. There are instructions and so on, so check that if you're a bit confused. Otherwise, we're just going to get right on with it. We'll count you down into the first video, and when we tell you to stop it, and then we'll, discuss our opinions on the first episode we're covering here, and then we'll count you down into the second one, and so on and so forth for the third video. So here we go. Episode 6 of Cooking Master Boy in 3, 2, 1. So, Volk was telling me about his amazing meal, his home-cooked meal that he had earlier today. Do you want to go ahead and tell our audience what that was, just so we have a nice contrast to my fucking man-child dinner?
Well, actually, it was one of those dinners that was fairly easy. I didn't want to do something too tricky because I was finishing an all-day work shift, so I thought, alright, I'm just going to bung a bunch of stuff in the pan. So I had some leftover chicken, some sausages, cut up an onion, did some broccoli along with it, and made some cottage fries of some leftover potatoes that I had. So a proper, all bunged in the oven kind of dinner, well, except for the broccoli. Oven frying broccoli is rarely a good idea.
I'm so jealous of people who can actually cook, because I could probably do it if I actually, wasn't a lazy fucker and decided to give a shit. But it's like wasting ingredients that I worry about, I don't want to, try and fail, because food is a precious resource, even if you've got, it in abundance.
I can kind of agree with that, but at the same time, I feel like a lot of, being a cook involves having that commitment and that motivation to actually do something other than grab, a piece of fish from the freezer with some chips and then bung it on an oven tray.
Yeah.
And another part of it is being willing to experiment and being prepared to kind of think, okay, I want to try something new. It probably isn't going to turn out great first time, but more often than not, it usually ends up at least okay. But then you think, I know of ways that I can make this better, and then that's what you end up doing. The number one thing cooking is, though, however, and I mean cooking properly, is oftentimes expensive depending on how you go about cooking. I mean, if you go about it in the same sense that you just want to try and make something fairly economical but still quite tasty, you can usually make it a fair bit cheaper. But if you're one of those sort of people that sort of look at YouTube videos and think, I want to make that, then it becomes very expensive very quickly. Especially when it comes to, getting that one ingredient that you won't use in anything else except that one specific dish.
For sure, mate, for sure. That was very passionate. I love how passionate you are about cooking. So I guess it's good we're covering two food-based animes here. But enough about food wars. Let's get back to the Cooking Master Boy. This is basically the Spring Festival arc. Will we be the Dumpling Kings? Will you be the Dumpling Kings? We'll never know.
Have you ever tried dumplings before?
I had dumplings and stew the other day, but they were just plain ones. They're sort of fluffy, honestly. It's kind of hard to describe them, because you bite into them, thinking they're bread, but they have a sort of, vegetable texture to them.
Usually because they're, boiled in the broth that you're actually cooking the stew in, so it absorbs some of that vegetable-y broth goodness, depending on what sort of a stew you're making, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a very big difference between the dumplings that you would typically see in, say, the UK and in the US, and the dumplings you would see in the Asian countries, China, Japan. Their dumplings are more... they're steamed as opposed to, boiled inside of a broth or something similar. And
yeah.
They're usually made in a very similar sense to how, bread would be made, except, obviously, the cooking method is a bit different. And they're usually filled with various ingredients. Sometimes it could be vegetables. Sometimes they can make sweeter versions. I know in Japan, they do like using red bean paste in some of their dumplings. But they also come in various different shapes and sizes. Obviously, I imagine the dumplings they're making here are more your sort of roundish dumplings with like the little like pinched top. Whereas you can also get things like gyoza, which look more like very, very small. I guess the best way to describe them is like pasties in a weird way.
Yeah, that was kind of the vibe I was getting when he was like crunching them in his hand. It's like, oh my god, it's like the Cornish countryside, but in China.
And looks like we are going the gyoza route.
Well, that's pretty fancy. It's like a phoenix made out of food.
A green phoenix. It will reincarnate, but not in the way that you'd hope.
I see. I should hasten to add that the dumpling I had wasn't anything fancy. It was just like plain. It was Aunt Bess's, basically.
Well, yeah, I mean, we don't tend to do our dumplings particularly fancy. We don't usually fill them with anything. It's more just to add, I guess in some ways, a textural balance, but also it's used to give a little bit more body to whatever it is you're eating, because I get the feeling, I'm not sure if there's an element of truth to this, but I think the idea of putting dumplings into something kind of helps thicken up the sauce just a little bit. Like, not as much as just dumping, like, corn flour or anything like that in there, but it does help give an extra little bit of density to what you're eating.
Ever used cabbage in a dumpling, Volk?
Cabbage is actually pretty common in a lot of things. I think cabbage tends to get used in spring rolls a lot as well. Cabbage is very, very popular in that regard. It's a very versatile vegetable, and it's very hardy as well. It can take a lot of cooking if absolutely needed.
So how do you feel about the Phoenix Emerald's chances at the Spring Festival, Volk? Do you think it's got a chance of winning, or will there be an upset, as it were?
Well, I will say that looks aren't everything, but then again, he is a man that has looks and taste normally down pat, but it does lead me to believe if those particular dumplings didn't do that well the last time around, then who the heck beat him out the last time around? Like, what kind of godlike food are they making?
Yeah, for sure. There's always someone better. It's like Dragon Ball, really. There's always going to be another Duran. There's always going to be another series of, like, food-based competitors.
Yeah, pretty much. Any time you think of something, you can probably say that there's someone not so much better than you, but usually at least on par, but in a different way. I love how they go through, yeah, these metal balls are like the size of one full-grown adult. Like, what sort of full-grown adult are we talking here? Because they vary from country to country.
Yeah, oh god, they're all like individual. He names every single one of his balls.
Yes, this is Terrence and this is Rob.
I guess these are the Dumpling Brothers that the title card foretold. Jesus.
He is very excited for this.
Come on, we're on a diplomatic mission here. Well, actually, it's more espionage. Shut up. I know what I said.
Stop fraternizing with our dumpling enemy.
Alright, here we go. Oh, yeah, brother. I'm gonna go to town on these balls.
He could easily be in, like, Kinnikuman or something like that.
Oh, I see. They were cooked inside the click-clack balls.
So they were cooked purely using centrifugal force?
I guess so.
That gives me a fun idea. You know those little office machines where you have, like, the balls that clack together? Just make one of those really, really big and use it for dumpling cooking.
Imagine if that was, like, just a sheer coincidence. They never planned to make dumplings. It was just in the family title.
It's like, I heard they're not even brothers.
Oh, don't forget about the Candy Floss sisters. Really? What happened to it? Oh, they died. Oh.
Well, some brothers can summon the awesome power of the Gate Guardian. Others just make dumplings by spinning them around really fast.
There you go.
We all have our own unique talents.
Just in case you're wondering where Sanche is, by the way, he left to go back home and work for his father.
Oh, he got an offer to go on a better cooking anime, just like, fuck you guys.
Like, you watch, the next set of Food Wars we cover, and Sanche will just rock up on a boat and like, hey, I've been travelling for like 50 years.
Yeah, he'll be like a cameo character. Actually, he would be like older in Food Wars, and he'll be like one of those elite chefs.
Ooh, that's pretty cool, actually. I like the idea of like a crossover between the two shows.
I mean, considering how, I guess, niche cooking shows were, especially back in the day, it would be quite nice to have those situations of crossing over. I suppose the one that came closest was, that one guy whose name I've already forgotten. This is why I wish I kept my notes from the last time around, but it was the shonen cooking anime that appeared alongside the likes of Dragon Ball and One Piece as part of its promotional debut.
Ah, I see. It would be really cool if there was like a Cooking Mama styled game where you could basically play as characters from different cooking animes.
Yeah, it would be quite nice, actually. I suppose Cooking Mama... Well, as cooking games in general, really, more just seem to be the wholesome type. You don't really get much in the way of cutthroat cooking apart from Overcooked, I would say.
Yeah.
Although that is a really top quality game, and it's not so much serious cooking, it's just you have a few ingredients, like the kitchen's in peril in one way or another, and you just gotta try and make the shit as fast as you possibly can.
Did Undercooked or Overcooked 2 come out recently?
Well, Overcooked 2 did come out in, I think, I would like to say, like, August or September, possibly?
Okay.
No, it wouldn't be September. More like July or August. It's been at least a few months.
Oh, here we go, a challenge, is it?
Tell Joey, we're about to beat your ass!
We're coming for you! Trash the restaurant. Understood.
He looks all innocent, but you know he's the kind of guy that'll try and pull that shit just to get ahead.
Well, I had to taste every single dumpling in the area. It was reconnaissance work.
Exactly. One needs to build a solid taste foundation in order to make the dumpling to end all dumplings.
Are you serious? It was a joke!
And here I thought he was just gonna, like, take a dump in their front porch or something.
Oh god, no.
They killed our penguin mascot!
Well, looks like Mao's gonna have to be the one to eat the dumplings now.
It's like, now I know how Sanche feels. It's alright, I'll use my feet.
Wow. Oh, I was limited before by using these shitty hands, these arm feet, but now I will use foot feet. I'm angry and chibi at the same time. I will have revenge.
Everyone knows chibi characters are by far the most dangerous. Anybody who watched Dragon Ball Super will know this.
Yeah, we can't stoop to their level. We must beat them on their sort of playing field. Dumpling must defeat dumpling. This is an ancient tradition. Please respect it.
It's like, alright, we'll make the dumpling, and then we'll break their kneecaps! Yeah!
This is acceptable to me.
Because then at least you beat them at their own game first, and then you stoop down.
He believes in me. Thank you, senpai. I can see why this is an arc now, because this is going to go places.
Oh yeah, this is certainly not something that's going to be resolved in one episode. They have to go through the process of researching the dumpling, making the dumpling, and then there'll be an entire episode dedicated to eating the dumpling and having some kind of weird, like, end thing to say, you are the king of the dumplings, you must travel to this region to own your craft.
I gotta lick the dumpling, I gotta date the dumpling, I gotta be the dumpling.
And don't wed the dumpling, your father is very particular about that sort of thing.
Yeah, the children would be unspeakable horrors. Tasty, though. You. Alright, time to cut a promo, Volk.
I was gonna challenge him to a food war.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Did you sabotage that? Are you going around, like, shitting on other people's dumplings to try and win because you're insecure about the quality of your own spun dumplings?
I suppose it's more of a case of any shred of competitiveness or someone that might be able to compete towards you is seen as a threat. And they see it as, let's not take our chances, let's just fuck their shit.
This could go either way. I'm not sure if, like, they sabotage them or not.
I don't know. I think they're on the sabotage side. I mean, they're shifty enough characters as they are, and the fact that the other brother literally looks like Retsu from Bucky and literally beat up Chozu earlier.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced. I don't think they're as innocent as they may look.
Yeah. I mean, one dude has a scar, and the other guy looks like he came out of, like, part 2 of JoJo, so...
Oh no, the seeds of discord are already being sown.
There's fake news! Fake news! Wow, what a bunch of shitlords. We have our first proper antagonist in the series. Well, actually no, there was Eye Patch Dude, but he's kind of fucked off to parts unknown.
Yeah, he's kind of like the mid-boss from a Disgaea series. It's just like, oh, I'm this very important character. No, you are mid-boss. Uh-oh, Retsu's gonna break your arm. Or break your back. One of the two.
He just starts spinning him around like the dumpling thing.
And this is why we say that they're the size of an adult person, because this is what I do in my spare time.
See, Mal's figured it out already. He's like some kind of savant. He tastes a dumpling and can figure out any imperfections or otherwise instantly.
It's like he has the quirk of just, like, insane taste buds.
It's pretty easy to tell who's the brains and who's the brawns in this operation, I'm gonna be honest.
You know, if they save that, the whole thing's just like, oh yeah, this sort of thing is no place for someone to be in the cooking craft. But then again, this was a sort of era where if you made food the wrong way for the wrong person, you'd just get flat out executed.
Yikes. Oh man. I'm not sure how I feel about this, but, you know, cooking competitions are pretty cutthroat, I suppose.
Oh yeah, especially if you want to be the best of the best in China and all the revere that comes from it. Oh no, he got injured in the exact same way!
He's so fucking huge, folk, I can't stand it.
Like, Mao, don't. He's like 4 times the size of you.
Good job surveillance doesn't exist in this day and age.
The other brother's just like thinking to himself, I could wear this kid as shoes.
Alright, fried dumpling versus fried dumplings!
I'll make a fried dumpling and take out your restaurant.
Thank you, Dog. The pot of dog will be played today by Dog. This was literally like 5 hours ago and he's still thinking about it.
It's just like, I have to smoke this dank kush to distract myself from the fact I just got called out by a child. What has my life become?
Oh, I see. Backstory, lore. Please, try our dumplings, they're the best. Oh, he doesn't have his scar yet, interesting. Also, his brother is skinny as fuck right now.
They are the sympathetic antagonists. They became antagonists because they too were wronged in the past, and I fully expect a turnaround by the end of this arc.
Everyone will be friends, Walk, that's just how it is. Really? Shoving like a little bitch? I promise you, brother, I will get stronger and grow a mustache.
It's like, I will get buff.
I don't think there could be a guy who can hold infinite dumplings inside himself.
He is a black hole. He has a stomach only for dumplings.
Okay, well, it's a dream, I suppose. I shouldn't shit on it, but there are other dreams in life.
But no, the left guy very much plays into the role of, like, getting bullied as a kid at school. It's just like, alright, I'm gonna work out and get real muscular, then we'll show them who's boss. And then that's exactly what they did.
Now I have dumpling arms and everybody loves me!
It's like, damn it, that was my best kush pipe.
Alright, what we got going on here?
back in the market square by the looks of it.
I'm sorry, Melee, it's just pure milk right now. I'm honestly trying to make some porridge for breakfast.
I'm making, like, the world's biggest wedge of cheese here. Don't distract me. But what about the dumplings? What about the dumplings? I'm making cheese here. Hey, Choyu, how's the arm? And it just turns around.
I wonder where he got that scar from.
Maybe he tried to do the whole sabotaging thing for the first time, and the first time round ended poorly.
Get that weak shit out of here. I know you're just trying to be nice and whatnot, Mr. Man. I'm not falling for it.
No, I bet the only reason he was able to commit to that act of aggression was because his brother wasn't there. It's like, I can slap him now. His brother's not there. I won't get turned into shoes.
Huh. And if not, we can just beat them with the balls. Really, it's a win-win scenario here.
Yeah, it's just like, if they don't win, just smack them with the ball and cheese it. Sorry, you may need to speak up. The ominous music is drowning you out, buddy.
Seriously. Guest sound mixer, Jude Sonoy. Okay, more empty plates, good.
I like this style of contest.
Can we just use like a, like a timer, an egg timer or something? Okay, guess not. The sun it is!
The Dumpling Fest has begun. For a whole 10 to 11 hours, you will eat nothing but dumplings. You will be sick of dumplings for the next year. But good news, there'll be more dumplings next year.
Well, I mean, if it takes a year to get the taste of dumplings back in your system, that's fine.
Well, looks like someone's already got dumplings on the go.
Oh.
Yeah, those look more like the dim sum that I'm most familiar with in terms of Asian dumplings.
Okay.
Although I'm loving the lotus flower on the top. Well, rather, the lotus flower look. It's an actual lotus flower.
Is it like soy sauce or something?
No, it's vodka. Just straight 19% alcoholic content vodka. I'm probably not far off if it's literally catching fire. It's like, what's he drinking? Arsenic.
Yep. Petrol.
Ah yes, the unleaded fumes give this a very unique taste and texture. I think our heart might be stopping.
I think Mao needs to learn how to breathe fire and, like, become a Charmander before the next episode.
This is where it just comes at episode 8. Charmander!
Yeah, alright, I'm going to close that down. And we're going to load up episode 7. What did you think about the start to our dumpling arc, mate?
It was okay, actually. I like that there was a little bit of conflict this time around. I do believe that they were playing it a little bit safe with trying to be, like, all fair. It's just like, oh yes, we must play by the honor of cooking, whereas these guys aren't afraid to get their hands a little dirty.
Yeah.
So it adds a little bit more tension and drama, and adds some direct conflict as opposed to the implied conflict that comes from, my food is better than yours. Oh yeah, prove it, scrub!
Yeah, you need a little bit of antagonism in your series, otherwise it just becomes like just a little bit boring, a little bit passé, really. But yeah, I enjoyed that a lot. Good setup, you know, introducing a couple of interesting characters with a few special techniques who aren't, like Volt said, afraid to play dirty. So I'm excited to see what happens next. I have episode 7 up if you're ready, Volt.
I'm ready.
Let's do the shit. Episode 7 of Cooking Master Boy in 3, 2, 1. Alrighty, how is Mao gonna figure out how to breathe fire? Will he become a Pokemon, or will... I don't know where I was going with this. It was supposed to be funnier than it actually was. I got dumplings on the brain, Volk.
That's okay. I mean, dumplings is the name of the game this time around, so it's being implanted subliminally and very, very literally and obviously.
Indeed. Shadow Reaper, the dude who commissions us to cover Crooked Master Boy, actually said, "You're probably gonna love dumplings by the end of this."
Dumplings is one of those things that I've always wanted to try and cook myself, but I've never really gotten around to it. It's one of those things where I want to get like one of those proper steaming baskets, but of course that's a rather expensive thing for what basically equates to a few dishes of the same kind of style.
Yeah.
Definitely something I want to try though, because dumplings are hella tasty.
They were in the intro all this time and I never noticed.
Oh yeah, I imagine we'll probably be meeting all of these people at some point or another as the arcs progress.
Are there actual dragons in the series, or is this just a metaphor?
Maybe it's like Shenron, but they have to feed him the 7 dumplings. It's just like, name your wish.
I was thinking about Shenron the other day. There's gotta be, like, millions of people wanting to get the Dragon Balls. Like, oh, my sister has cancer, could you cure it? We need money to feed our family. But every time it's just, nope, Goku and his friends need to, you know, they want to get out of jail free card for, you know, dying and whatnot.
Yeah, death has very little to no consequence in that. I imagine here, death has a very, very big consequence, because, you know, their equivalent of Shenron looks more like freaking Falcor from the Neverending Story.
It's gonna have to be something completely different, I think. Like, Choryu's style is not Mao's style, even if they cook on similar skill levels.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's what I like, having the showcase of different styles to cook very, very similar cuisine. Like in Food Wars, you get people that obviously specialize in different cultures of food and different styles in that regard. Whereas here, there's very similar styles, but different levels of perfection, or in this case, just plain out showboating.
Oh, perfection. Get them while they're searing hot, seriously, it's like the surface of the fucking sun.
They really do look like wontons this time around, though. Because he was taking a piss, I was like, hey, these dumplings are like wontons. And, like, this is literally like wontons in terms of shape.
Huh. Do you think that's intentional? Like it's a little bit of hypocritical humor?
Maybe, although, then again, I'm not that much of a dumpling master. It could just be me looking too deeply into things.
Yeah, we are actually trying to spy on you. That's not delusion on your part.
We're going to convert you.
I don't want to taste the truth, but it looks delicious. Surprise, that was a Pokemon.
Yeah, there was a Squirtle out back. We just cooked that shit in a dumpling.
No, it's like a plate of deep-fried Odyshes.
They the real deal, yo.
Alright, the nitty-gritty. This is what we'll need to be. Because it's not enough to just look good in terms of dumplings. They have to taste good as well. Obviously, they are food, made to be ingested. Still making milk?
Milk soup. He's got a plan, though. You just know it. Like, nobody else can see it yet, but he's got something planned.
So, do they get paid for each individual plate, or is it more like the prize will compensate them for all the ingredients used and then some?
Is this one of those situations where the prize is literally exposure? Just like, are we getting paid for this event? No, but just think of all the exposure you'll get.
Ah, well, this was olden times. Maybe they didn't realise how silly that was.
He's got really good dumpling folding skills, though, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking, it seems like the strongman's doing a lot of the grunt work, but this guy can hella fold. Make a dumpling.
Still making soup over here. Okay, we have, like, 10. I don't think that's gonna feed the crowd, man. Oh, don't you worry, I'm gonna Jesus this shit.
I'm going to turn water into dumplings.
Aw, poor guy.
This guy's got the best view, though, but What about him? Surely he has to, like, get some dumplings too in this whole thing. Like, maybe someone, like, comes up the ladder and is just like, hey, I scabbed you some dumplings from the stall over there.
Oh, thank you. I was worried I'd be stuck up here on dumpling lookout forever. Yeah, they're okay, I guess. Oh, sorry. I actually tried putting my piss in there. I was going to give it to them, but I mixed it in with the actual dumplings. I should have done that.
That was a hella delayed reaction though. How long were they chewing that thing? You spent too long making soup.
Ah, it was minestrone this entire time. No wonder it tastes like shit.
This is what happens when you buy Heinz brand.
Oh, I see. They switched it.
Oh, it's those guys again.
Ah, with a title like Dirty Trap, Corn and Mao, I should have known.
They are complete bastards. Like, I know they have the whole sympathetic thing going on for them. It's just like, they were bullied, but come on.
That's a Freudian excuse. You still have to be accountable for your actions.
Do not give up so easily.
Mao, I'm ready to take one for the team. What do you mean, Chozu? Or Cho-Yu? I keep forgetting his name. He's an Emperor Penguin at the end of the day. Turn me into soup instead! I am made of the finest ingredients.
I have eaten the finest ingredients. I am the most organic penguin in the entire world.
Oh my god, he's going Kaioken!
Times 0.5?
Times cooking.
I like how he took the trouble to, like, cut vegetables. He just cuts the, like, whole vegetables being put on the plate. It's like, dude, are you even trying, or are you just showing off for speed?
And at the end of this, he'll have made, like, one dumpling. I mean, it's the best made dumpling we've ever tasted, but we only have one. Is this actually happening? I can't tell anymore.
No, this is very, very much playing into the similar thing of Food Wars does with the whole personification thing.
Okay.
Or the metaphorical side, I guess, rather. Got my words mixed up there again. Hey, it's me, Volkemar!
Hey!
But no, they're playing into the metaphor that they are actually fighting. Like, their dirty tricks are not stopping Mao. He will get up, and he will continue to fight the good fight.
I see.
Oh man, what are you doing? I'm smoking dank kush. What did it look like, boy? In before he's like the king of China or something.
I like it how you breathe fire. What are you selling again? Oh, dumplings, cool. I'll just take these.
He's just thinking to himself, why does this man have 3 eyebrows?
1 plate per person, old man. Wow, do you not want to win the competition? No, only beautiful people may sample my dumplings. Piss off. I really hope it's the Emperor of China now.
I really hope so too. Although, considering he was like berating people for like being rude to customers before, he was taking the very hypocritical approach of, hey, you're grubby and dirty, get out of here, we don't like your kind around here.
Mm-hmm.
The unwashed and the old, and the man with 3 eyebrows. Like, that's just creepy, yo.
Not bad. He's warmed up a lot to Mao in the past couple of episodes, to show you.
I think it's just playing into the whole thing where he has to play harsh to make sure he knows he has the chops for it. And, you know, now that he's kind of settled in a bit and he's proven himself, like, they have more of the, I guess, equal kind of terms.
Yes.
Rather than being very much, I am your superior.
Oh, it's beautiful. So beautiful, I'm having a heart attack. Oh, I'm literally on Snake Way.
I'm being beamed to the dumpling dimension.
It's okay, I guess. Oh. Okay. How'd you figure that out?
'Cause I'm the Emperor of China!
I'm you from the future, Mao. I knew how to do it because I saw you do it.
50 years ago.
Do you ever do something like that? Just, like, forgo the broth, like, afterwards, and just, like, cook it beforehand and soak it?
Kind of? there was like one or two things I've done that sort of thing to. Like leftover chicken is one, where I just dump it into a soup or a chili or something similar. Ah, a monkey's foot, of course.
I would laugh so hard if he ended up cleaning out all their plates and they've won by proxy.
No, he's the dude from the flashback earlier with the infinite stomach of dumplings.
As you know, I'm very old. I can't have sex anymore, so this is the way I get off.
These dumplings are euphoric.
Never had oysters or oyster sauce. You, Volk?
Oyster sauce, yes. Actual oysters, no. I think I've explained once before where my seafood tastes are a little iffy. I'll either really, really dig a particular kind of fish or I'll really, really hate it. And oyster's been one of those ones that didn't really agree with me all that much. It's the sliminess that more than anything, I think, with those. But they are very interesting. I will say that.
Who is he? Oh, okay, it's going to be an actual plot point.
Yeah, things are starting to slow down a little bit. We've had the whole ramp up towards the festival. Now things are starting to kind of dial back a little bit to really go into detail about what's going on with this particular part here, which will, without any doubt, be involved in the turnaround.
Please eat everyone here so we can win. You mean every plate, right? No, everyone. We need an empty stall to truly rub it in the Dumpling Brother's face. Will you stop smoking that dank kush and do your job?
This is like, I'm the Emperor of China. I have brought my entire brigade here.
Yeah, shouldn't have injured himself. Cough, cough.
It's okay. I'll stab him in the alleyway later.
We'll beat him later. Win now. Has it, though? Don't forget about the sun going behind the mountain.
In before those plates were made as part of an elaborate optical illusion, because I don't trust these guys to play legitimately at all.
Yeah, like, they just have dirty trick after dirty trick, really. Oh god, Volk, I think you might be right.
Well, we know he's above the government.
Yep. Oh.
Alright, so he's not the Emperor of China, but he might as fucking well be. And to think they called him a dirty old man, oh, they must be kicking themselves now.
If they even respect such a rank. He used to be the Emperor's chef, holy shit.
Yeah, so basically the Emperor, but in cooking terms, which is generally held to higher regard.
So I guess he's just been, like, travelling the world and whatnot. Or the country. Country, world, same thing.
Well, I'm not sure if they would have built the Silk Road yet, or whatever the hell it's called. Or as one YouTuber put it, the brand new road to the world.
Don't you feel silly now, Dumpling Younger?
Pikachu, use Thunderbolt! But you treated me like garbage! As punishment, I will rain thunder upon you!
And compliments, no, it hurts me!
What else, like, all the plates break? You may as well have zero.
You're a bit of a basic bitch, Dumpling Younger, I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, man. And the hat is thrown down.
Well, everyone's gonna eat there now, but, we haven't gotten to the cornered Mao bit yet, so...
It occurs to me that the townsfolk here give in really fucking easily to peer pressure.
Seriously.
Like, they have a real issue of thinking for themselves every now and again.
They don't even have, like, properly drawn eyes. How could they have agency?
No, these same nondescript characters all share the same brain. They have the same thoughts at the same time. They're part of a hive mind.
We are dumpling lovers.
We are the NPCs.
Oh, don't even fucking start, Volk. Yeah, I'll have a dumpling, why not? Wait for me, I still want food.
I'm still hungry, I haven't eaten in weeks.
This is what's called a twist, folks. We actually ran out of soup in the end. That's why the number of, like, people working in the kitchens have gone down.
I love how with, like, this shots where they're, like, getting all the plates and what have you, like, there's always that one guy that ends up missing out just about and then grabs, like, another plate after everyone else. Just like, hey, that was my plate! Oh, wait, here's another one. The ultimate authority of chefs. He complimented dumplings and literally gave the verbal smackdown to the other guys.
It's kind of like Ego from Ratatouille. Like, a bad criticism or review could destroy a restaurant, but, like... Well, I won't spoil the end of Ratatouille. Let's just say the opposite is true, too.
Yes, indeedy. All it takes is one prominent figure to either make or break you.
Alright, who do you think is going to win, Volk?
Well... My gut instinct tells me, obviously, Mao and Co., but at the same time... I don't know, I've seen twists before, so I'm not entirely sure. And I'm fully expecting some foul play still, and then, like, the next episode's going to investigate that side.
That's a perfect place to rig the results.
Exactly, and I mean, if this is part of, like, a arc, it would make sense for them to cheat their way to the win, and then get found out in the next episode.
Yeah. Shame we have no more people to work at the restaurant, mainly. Well, I'm still here.
And we have the hive mind as well.
Well, we tried our best. Bro, I can't get any more buffer, I know, don't worry.
Yes, I agree with you.
I'm gonna get my legs broken.
Yes, don't walk into the alleyways alone, Mao. For your own safety.
What's behind curtain number 1? It's a bunch of plates!
It's a sushi roll.
In last place, dumplings.
I'm really gonna go through every single competitor.
Yay, plates, I'm sorry. I feel really bad for that guy.
No, I don't think it was the same guy as before. He was wearing green.
Yay. We'll just repeat this and just, like, draw bigger plates in the background.
I will shame myself into eating more dumplings.
Oh, okay. You were right, Volk. Poor guy. Theme of tension, provided by Casio keyboard, automated pattern number 1.
Ding, 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 ding.
You watch. He'll draw back the Yang Spring Restaurants thing, and it'll just be like a few plates in the shape of a middle finger.
It's just like, fuck you.
Oh my god.
Ah, that's a lot of plates.
They don't do things by halves in this fucking dumpling festival, do they?
1,242. Was there even that many people? I'm willing to bet, like, the vast majority went for at least seconds, thirds, or quite possibly fourth. But is 1,242 enough? Look, we lost the abacus, alright?
It's just one elephant on top of another elephant.
This is where they tie and the elephants have to, like, show down with each other.
Oh my god, it's a draw!
Oh, it's a tie! Well, yeah, the elephants are gonna have to engage in Mortal Kombat now to decide the winner. Whoever breaks the least plates wins.
We're gonna have a dumpling off here. Yeah, what does happen in the event of a tie?
A Shakashuri blowdown?
I don't know what that is, Volk.
A Shakashuri is an instrument. A wind instrument, to be precise.
Gotcha. The winner will have to face me in a dumpling contest.
I mean, I was the Emperor's chef. Surely I count as at least 2 people.
Yeah, it's not really fair if you just, like, pick favourites here or apply biases.
So, rather than quantity, I reckon the next one is going to be a showdown with an emphasis on quality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, rematch time!
Hell yeah!
Yay, we like food!
Alright, so there's going to be a stipulation here. They can't just do it the same way again.
Okay, different kind of dumpling, that's good. It changes things up a bit. I know, man, Doritos taste nice every single time.
Ain't that the truth? And M&M's. Well, peanut ones specifically.
Whoa, we're flying! Dumpling brothers want to fight!
I'm getting dizzy.
Okay, we stopped.
Ah, thank God.
Alright, close down the video. Okay, Volk, that was episode 7 of Cooking Master Boy. The midpoint in this trilogy of dumplings. What do you think?
I was kind of amused that I was almost right about the whole guy being the Emperor thing.
Yeah,
I was literally one part of the hierarchy off. The Emperor's chef, as opposed to the actual Emperor. The one thing I am surprised by is how they've gone for the tie as their way to extend this arc a little bit more. I was honestly expecting them to do, like, one more round of cheating and then they, like, find out about it and then they get publicly shamed at the end or something.
Yeah, I think I actually prefer this. Just keep it straight-laced.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we already know that they're cheating bastards, but I mean, we don't really need to drive that point home any further, I think. So,
No.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. I think this is probably the better way to go about it. Plus, we get to see more dumplings, and we get to see more cooking face-offs, so that's always good for the sake of watching.
Yeah, I don't think that was as good as episode 6, but it was good. Like, I definitely like the twist with the old man and whatnot, and hey, now we get to see a different kind of dumpling, so here we go. Last one for this batch, episode 8 of Cooking Master Boy, in 3, 2, 1. Alright, what kind of dumpling do you think they're going to prepare, Volk? Do you think the Phoenix Emerald thing is going to come back in for the Yang Spring restaurant?
Ooh, that is a possibility. Although, considering they're going with the fried dumplings the first time around, I'm willing to bet they'll probably go with steamed this time around.
Okay.
I mean, steamed seems like the logical next step, although they may just thinking of dumplings in terms of a different shape, perhaps, so it'll be interesting to see if cooking technique or style is what will be the differing factor this time around. Ah, buns and Ruto, my favourite flavour.
Can't get over how big that pan was.
Well, there's a lot of hungry boys in China. You gotta have enough pot space to feed them all.
I suppose there is, Volk, yeah. People just like standing around in anime intros, you ever notice this?
Yes, or it's like standing like semi-transparent as they sort of pan across the screen.
Yeah, don't forget looking up to the sky.
Yep, looking up to the sky, running in a very nondescript landscape. It's also another big one.
I'm not actually here. This is all a metaphor, Mao. You gotta wake up. You're in the middle of a dumpling war.
Fuck you, this is actually my dragon.
I wonder when he gets that outfit. I've seen it in thumbnails and whatnot, but I guess we'll have to wait a while.
I'm willing to bet he picks it up after he becomes more seasoned. Ah yes, the dumpling. It was so good. So good it caused a tie.
It did, actually. Whew. Had to bring in elephants and everything.
Do you know who I feel most sorry for in this situation? The dishwasher.
Oh my god, yeah.
Imagine having to wash up 2,500 plates.
Well, hopefully they've assembled a team for such a festival.
No, I'm willing to bet it's like one guy, and whoever gets the least dumplings sold.
You can't tell me that's not a Pokemon reference, even though Pokemon wasn't invented at the time.
Maybe this was alluding to it.
The final battle. Oh my god, this is a really short anime.
It's just like, damn, they cut the season short. I don't think sleeping with a knife in your hand is particularly safe, but then again, is at least wearing protection on his most essential place, his face. He's gonna break his kneecaps.
Okay, so he doesn't say much, but he thinks a lot.
He is very much the strongman character. He's the silent but giant.
Yes. You got it, Volk. You were halting, but you got there in the end. Alright, here's a little bit of, death salt. Put a bit of death salt in there.
I skimmed this from my brother. This is where it's Sanjay. He comes back. It's just like, I'm here to defend my friend's honor.
Really? You thought I was gonna let you do this?
My eyebrows are superior to yours. Get that weak shit out of here.
Like, how good are you if you have to cheat to win?
I want a full-blown fist fight now. I don't know about you.
Well, maybe bring in cooking utensils, and that would be the hypest shit. Like, we can pretend they're lightsabers.
Instead of a sword and shield, it's just a wok and a ladle.
It's like I'm playing Breath of the Wild. We've already seen this. Stop trying to tug at my heartstrings, because it's not working.
They are still the enemy by all extents and purposes.
Intents and purposes, Volk.
Until they are defeated, they will not be our friend.
Volk does not care about grammar, he cares only about dumplings, and winning, the most important thing in life.
Damn it, man, there's no room for friendship on the battlefield. Once the battle is over, the friendship can come back in. But when you're on the battlefield, there is no one but you and your enemy. Sorry, I got a little bit too into that speech there.
That's fine, mate, it's fine. Yeah, look at Mao, he's like half your age, but he's doing everything legit. Don't listen to your older brother, Dumpling Elder, who I mistakenly called Dumpling Younger. Can you blame me? This guy is tall as fuck.
Is he gonna, like, go to a point where he's gonna catch his brother cheating, and then he's just gonna, like, hang him up by his ankles, just like, no, brother, we must do this fairly?
I hope so, actually. That'd be a good, heel face turn.
I had a dream I was in space.
It's okay. You're gonna be seeing stars for a while, man. If you sleep on the fucking job again!
How would you like to be one with the vegetables?
Oh, Mao, your optimism shines through on this, the most dark of Cooking Master Boy episodes.
Oh, is this gonna be another tugging the heartstrings moment?
Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you. I was just chopping shrimp.
That's okay, I was just hoping to mess with the enemy.
So I guess he's like refining his skills just in case he doesn't have what it takes to beat Mao in terms of sheer craftsmanship.
Or maybe this is a case of, he thought he could just play a little bit dirty and get it over with, but seeing the young and upcoming chef star spurred the spirit within him, and now he wants to play fairly.
Yeah, that happens to me all the time with people I look up to. They help me move forward, push on.
I know how to defeat them. Shrimp allergies!
Ah, I see. They'll never see it coming. Ah, dragon, go! Not a real dragon. Again.
Like, does every main chef, like, have their own dragon? It really is becoming like Pokemon. Everybody has a dragon type.
Ah, dragon dumpling fist! Sorry. A bit more intense than I meant that to be. Huh. Is this for, like, casting votes and whatnot?
I would imagine so.
Oh no. Paint, soup, could colour the white ball. You watch, if Yang Spring gets the white one, there will be trickery afoot. Yay, we're ready. Food! Absolutely no cheating is allowed. But, just saying, we won't be watching. Mm-hmm. Called it.
Damn it. Well, let's see how they get out of this one then. Oh, this time they're going until noon. Not as much time, but then again, there's only 2 competitors, so a lot less to concern yourself with.
Come, brother, let us make dumplings like no one has ever made dumplings before.
Shrimp powers, activate! Do you ever yell when you're just chopping things?
Yeah, all the time. I'm gonna assume it's shrimp dumplings. Ooh, with a bit of pepper for spiciness.
Well, they are more like the bell pepper, aka the paprika.
Ah.
Yes, his knife skills are good, but I'm not sure about the strong guy literally rolling the vegetables across the floor.
Yeah. It's alright, a little bit of dirt never hurts.
It's like, I'm gonna have that other arm by the time this contest is done.
He only broke it, did my little brother. Now I'm gonna chop it off and add it to the dumplings.
The bone marrow is the best part, so they say.
Wow, they're really getting to the point fast in this episode.
Yeah, although I imagine they're making the dumplings first and then having everyone come in and taste them.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, that's kind of how food preparation works, Bob. No, I'd like
oh
to
yeah, but I mean,
sample
they were making them as, like, the contest was going, as opposed to what they seem to be doing this time, where they're making all the dumplings ahead of time, and then people will taste them, and then they'll cast their votes. And suddenly, it's a Daft Punk music video!
Yeah, oh. Again, metaphor, real, we don't know.
One more time, we're gonna celebrate dragon dumplings I can't stop eating. That does look hella fancy.
Oh, the dragon's like, mustache hair, the little fibres, are part of the shrimp. That's interesting.
I have to say, and I gotta give him credit where it's due, it looks astounding.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, it's very creative, but, I still have to give it to Mao. He has little experience, but his enthusiasm and creativity may trump this dude's experience.
Enthusiasm, tenacity, determination, and just the drive is all it takes. Although I'm more impressed with how they managed to make so many of those damn things, considering how much effort must have to be made into getting all the details right.
Well, cooks basically prepare stuff in bulk, so you know.
Yeah, this is very much something I'd expect from like a 2 or 3 Michelin star restaurant. Just in terms of the presentation. I made the same thing! How'd you like them apples?
He was actually dying inside, despite the smile on his face. No one can hear him. He's just really quiet.
So I wish someone invented a fucking megaphone.
That reminds me, have you seen Kung Fu Panda 2?
I have.
Do you remember that bit near the end where Po returns, not to give any spoilers, and he's giving a speech to Shen, and he's like, keeps going back to Po and you can't hear him.
Yes, that was so good. Yes, now that you mention it, that very much reminds me of this, although the guy's got a voice on him.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yep, the exact same thing.
Called it!
There has to be, like, some kind of special ingredient here to differentiate the two.
And that's the curse of going first, I guess. Well, going second, rather.
Alas. Well, this will be decided on taste alone, then.
Hey, come on, you're supposed to be indiscreet about this. You can't just go around showing your bias like that.
The word is impartial, Volk. Get ready, Papa Mao ain't fucking done yet.
He's about to unleash the fucking dragon.
Dragon, cook the dragon, Mal Z.
Dumpling Ball Z.
You fuckers doubted me. Now get ready for a taste sensation.
What do you reckon the odds are this is just a guy in a costume?
A very, very tiny guy.
I am Shenron, the most delicious of dragons.
Not real. Again, disclaimer, not real.
I'm fully expecting it's just to be like a guy in a suit, or like one of the other chefs has like got a couple of like wire and he's just like prodding it around to make it look like it's moving.
It's very impressive, but is it alive or dead? I'm not really into sushi. Oh shit, ascending dragon is dope.
It is as the gods foretold.
You can't tell me your secrets, man. Nope, not telling you shit. There you go. Just eat it and shut up.
Just force-fed it to him. Yum 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 yum.
Oh! Whoa! It was spoiled.
No, it had an aphrodisiac put in there, so everybody literally came at the same time.
The Dumpling Brothers are over there seething right now.
Wish we made our dragon move. Why didn't you tell me they could move?
Damn it! Get it together!
So he knows, but he's not telling us yet.
Nope. That's called suspense.
All will be revealed in time.
Again, there's a reason why they got the white ball and not the red ball. I'm counting on it. I need to be right. I have to be right.
This is where it's literally a red herring. Imagine if it was another tie, just like, look, we can't keep doing this shit.
10 years later. Alright, let's just agree to disagree. I don't agree to that. Okay, round 57.
More dumplings!
Maybe there's no cheating after all? Have I been placed on a ruse cruise of flavour?
Quite possibly, but then again, there's still time. They're just gonna tip them all out.
I guess, yeah. This is my favourite part of the job!
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like a slow crack.
Wow.
Is it all white, or is this just perception?
This is clearly otherworldly at this point.
I'm pretty sure they weren't given that many balls.
There's more balls than people here, sir. Oh my god, he's going to the sun!
You have ascended like the dragon. We pass you back to the heavens. Your work here is complete.
That's actually not a bad idea. Like, the concept of Mao being a legendary chef reincarnated over the years.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, piss off. Well, he won via taste, you know?
Well, on the plus side, they're gonna have a lot more salt to taint more ingredients later down the line.
Oh, yeah. No, they won, but why?
Then again, this will explain how the dumpling was able to move, so this is pretty much only to explain what the fuck's going on.
Okay. which is not currently moving. Please disregard.
No, it's okay, he's just sleeping.
Okay, it was drugs. Helium. Straight helium.
It's a balloon.
One of my favourite parts here. This is how you do a thing.
And it's chibi as well, so you pay attention to the cute characters.
I don't exactly know the science, but I do know the execution.
I like how he had to come in to kind of explain shit.
That was adorable.
Yeah, we've already gone through this song and dance, dude.
And the skin expands. Okay, so it's the space between the I can't even say that word.
Homogeneous. Hey, 1 point for me!
10 points for Tom, 1 for Volk.
I'll catch up, just you wait.
You sounded like Dumpling Younger over there, alright?
Look, eat it and be converted. I'm a believer in the dumpling!
Oh, the flavour!
He finally understands. He lost. Yes, and that only took an extra 5 fucking minutes.
Ooh, interesting.
Oh yes, they'd used the technique of the twice-baked potato to remove the jelly bits, put more shit in there, and then reinsert it. Well yeah, mine can move. He's loving every second of this because he called him a dirty old man in the previous episode.
No, he seems above that kind of petty shit, honestly.
Yeah, I think you're right. I say it mostly out of jest.
Yes, mostly.
One part of me wants to believe it's true. Learn to cook, noob.
Get good, bitch. Thank you. I've lost and I love it. You mean I got swole for enough? Don't touch my tit, bro.
It's like we lost. Now beat him up. Look, I didn't mean that literally. Come on, man. Don't break my kneecaps, bro.
He was good in the end.
Hey. And they're all friends again.
I would clap, but I've only got one working arm. Oh!
General Lee. Look, I came back from hosting Takeshi's castle because I heard there was some dank freaking dumplings going on here. Where can I get one?
Huh? Oh, shit.
Oh, wow. We're really getting into the big leagues. Mao is a Mao chef. Is that a translation error?
I don't know. Don't think we've met the woman yet, although maybe I'm just forgetting. I think that was Mao's brother, I'm not sure, I may be going insane.
That's fair enough. I mean, I don't remember really either, but I'm sure someone in the comments will let us know. As long as you keep feeding me dumplings. If you keep feeding me dumplings, I'll literally never leave.
You've literally got nothing to lose! The series won't move forward if you don't!
I will give you my strongman if you do this.
Ah, brother, I'm not for sale. I don't care.
You help this poor lad.
Oh, I'm getting chills!
And the dragon has once again ascended.
Everyone died at the end.
Just everything's on fire.
The dangers of becoming too hype.
Hype overload.
Alright, so that was the Spring Festival / Dumpling Saga. I'm closing the video. What do you think, Walt?
That was a pretty good arc. I will
Yeah.
say that 7 was probably still slightly weaker, but that was only because they had that whole part in kind of building up to the Emperor's Chef coming along. And yeah, I liked the idea of the tie and what came afterwards, like they both having the same thing, and Mao one-upping him with just the showmanship of the dragon actually moving. That was a neat touch.
Indeed.
It goes to show that whilst they were lacking in the technique ever so slightly versus their competitors, they made up for it by using something completely outside of what people would normally think about.
For sure, for sure. And I gotta say, it was really satisfying to see the Dumpling Brothers actually, become faces at the end. They turned out to be respectable after all.
Well, sometimes you just need to be handed an L to snap you back into normality, I guess.
Very good, mate. Very good. Alright, guys, that'll do it for this installment of HellfireComms Patreon TV Comms. There is more Cooking Master Boy coming soon, so stay tuned for episodes 9 to 11. And if you want your own TV comms, there should be a few slots open at the time of me recording this with my voice and words and such. So if you want to help support Hellfire Comms and get up to an hour's worth of TV comms on a show or anime or even a short movie of your choice, then check the site, patreon.com/HellfireComms, read the instructions and whatnot. And yeah, you'll support us, you'll get something in return. So yeah, see you next time for another load of Hellfire Comms Patreon TV comms. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.